Great morning, everybody. Coach and Bill with Coach Sagasta coaching. It's now time for no sugar in your coffee. There it is. There's the sponsors, man. There are the sponsors. The sponsorship is right here. Yo, thank you so much. TKB, hospitality, great food. Yo, the hut, phenomenal. Thank you so much, Trace. I hope everybody's having a great morning. I think it's extraordinary. You know what? I'm missing something. I'm absolutely missing something. My coffee. Love, can you get my coffee, please? I always have my coffee right near me, and for some apparent reason, I forgot my coffee. But nonetheless, it's all good, right? So yesterday was exciting, man. Okay, but first and foremost, I definitely have to give a huge props to one of the greatest coaches to ever coach the game. Thank you, babe. One of the greatest coaches to ever coach the game. That's Coach Joe Paterno from Penn State. And maybe later on, we'll have to definitely invite my man David Macklin, a great friend of mine. Congratulations to David Macklin, about to be a father. So blessings to him. I'm so happy. Man called me up and was excited. So I'm so happy for him. And I know that he's going to be an exceptional father. I know that for a fact. And so real quick, I definitely, I want to give definitely a shout out to Coach Joe Paterno. My wife and myself are big Notre Dame fans, as everybody knows. But nonetheless, having respect for Coach like John Wooden and Joe Paterno, phenomenal coaches. I mean, Newt Rockney, phenomenal coach. Lou Holtz, phenomenal coaches. Phil Jackson, just reading about them and learning about who they are and where they were in life, just along with their past, but their present and the things they did. Oh man, that's diamonds right there. You know what I'm saying? That's diamonds. And so I look at that today, and you guys seen the title. You guys definitely seen the title. It's Overcoming. So you've seen the title. The title's Overcoming. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate you guys being on Live Me, Periscope, and of course Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you guys for being on right this time. I know it might be early where you're at. I don't know. But I know for me on the West Coast, it's 5:30, 5:34 or something like that. So, it's definitely early, man. I definitely appreciate you guys for being on again. And let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into the proverb, because today is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. Now, I want you guys to definitely with all your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your mind, please focus. Pay close attention to what's about to be said, because this is going to help you for the next few days. You got 10 days, man. You got to start definitely getting overcoming, because here's something that's definitely going to help in the area you might be living in right now. This section might be the absolute area of where you're at right now. And so I want to definitely express this. All right, so it says right here, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So, I express that listen again to what it says right here. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So you might be sleeping. At this time, you might be in bed with bedfellows. Have you ever heard that term, bedfellows? So you might be sleeping with next to fear, next to doubt. So you must overcome, because if you don't overcome, my friend, you are in the congregation of the dead. You get what I'm saying? The man that wandered out, the man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall be in the congregation of the dead. And that, my friend, is the is the bedfellow. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is the bedfellow. This is what I'm talking about. It's like so many people are sleeping with the bedfellows. You have that worry. You have the worry. You have the doubt. You have the hobgoblin. You're sleeping with that every single night. And it's not your fault. Nobody's ever shown you the right path. It's not your fault. But you have 10 days to start getting it right for 2017. Like, you've heard me tell you the beginning of this year. You've heard these saying before, man. A vision without action is merely a dream, and a dream without action is merely an idea. So I'm like, yo, this is the opportunity where you start today. You start tomorrow. You have to start. You have 10 days. Why go into 2017 and start then when you can have a head start right now with the attainment of being phenomenal for 2017? For making great things, great strides. As the people I described to you earlier in our conversation, in the earlier game of the segment, was you look at people like Joe Paterno, you look at people like Phil Jackson, John Wooden, all these different great phenomenal coaches. And the reason they became phenomenal is because they stopped sleeping with the bedfellows. They stopped sleeping with worry. They stopped sleeping with doubt. They stopped sleeping with fear. They stopped sleeping with that. And he started making change. I mean, Coach Wooden used to grab the playbook and throw it away. He would start a new one. Every single practice, he had a new practice scheme. He had an absolute practice game. And the same thing with Phil Jackson. They had an absolute new strategy. Every single practice, new things. Why do you think they got all those rings? You think it just fell out of the sky? No, they practiced it and they stopped sleeping with the hobgoblin. They stopped sleeping with the desultory. They stopped sleeping with the dilatory. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yo, they got engaged. They stopped. They put this right here. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. They got busy understanding what they needed to do. You hearing me? They got busy understanding what they absolutely had to do for their team and for themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, they started seeing the congregation of the people they were surrounded around, and they had to be great for them. So they started working on the inside, and of course, it started going out. Am I Tupac? No, I'm not Tupac. Thank you so much for asking, though. Definitely, I appreciate Tupac's literature, though. He was very inspiring when it came to his ability as a thug, his ability to definitely spend the rest of his life as a learner. And for those that don't know, Tupac Shakur actually started it was about 1994. He started educating himself even further, and I found that out shortly. What was it, like last year or something like that? I started looking at some things that he was reading, and I started getting engaged by it. So, I mean, yeah, he was definitely, I appreciate you asking me that, though. But no, nothing to do with Mr. Tupac Shakur. I respect his music. I respect his talent. And I respect his ability to go out and further educate himself, because that right there, my friend, is what I said, understanding. He understood that there were people that were much smarter than him. He understood where there was more information, there was better results to change the situation. You get what I'm saying? So, I appreciate you guys for being on. I thank you guys. It's been a wonderful morning. As I said, yesterday was exceptional. Was able to definitely be on the phone and take some care of some things yesterday, and definitely sit and harmonize with my family yesterday. That's exceptional in itself, man. You know what I'm saying? So, when I tell you about overcoming, you have to overcome those areas in your life. When I express to you, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say telling, but when I share with you on how to move your area of life from point A to point B, that's the time, my friend. That's the time to do it. So look at, you have 10 days. 10 days. It's time to start moving. It's time to get in that race and get going. I'll see you guys later.